Today is 19th of July and it's Saturday and it's our 32nd day and we are halfway. We are halfway through this event. Maybe you see very happy face, but it's true, it's very happy face. It was not easy to get till this point. But as more I'm doing this work, the more I'm understanding what's happening. Because in the beginning there just was idea. But when idea become reality, and through this reality you have your more and more experience, then you become also clarity. It's a very particular situation. I was so interested in how I can give new dimension to performance art. And it's really about idea here that public is observer, but is also participant and observer again. And this shifting this role through the entire day, it's very different than in any other performances when you're clearly coming to see the work an artist is performing and you are just observing, or you can interact, but you can't do this both time all in the same space. And then my position as a conductor and Lindsay's position as a conductor, we also understand very early that we actually have to go through the whole exercise ourselves because we will never be able to be in that zone. And more we are doing it now. More and more I know that I need to do exercise myself, and then I come into the right state of mind that I can go and do moderating and helping the others. And then I exhaust my energy and I have to go back to exercise and then come back. And that's what we are doing all day long. And this process somehow helping us to go through this thing. And there are more and more people coming and they are staying longer and longer. And it's a happy time. Today, happy day.
It was really weird at first, seeing all these people standing completely still with their eyes closed, and it just looked slightly ridiculous.
The first time I came, I think I was one of the people Marina described as suspicious, because I walked in and saw the lentils and the rice and people moving very slowly and walking with mirrors, and I thought, I don't want to do this.
As I was asked to wear the headset and went to the room, I was hit by the silence.
When you first walk into the room, you are skeptical and you look around and you think, what is this? What's going on? But then you relax into it.
The sense when I first walked in there, I didn't know who were performers and who were audience.
What was really surprising is coming in thinking I was going to be the spectator, thinking that I would be observing people, and realizing that I was actually being observed as well.
By kind of being blindfolded or not being able to hear, that kind of silence really makes you aware that you're more than just yourself.
I genuinely felt a sense of calm I haven't felt for months, particularly living in a busy city like London. You're often sort of swamped and your pace is increased unnecessarily. This brought you back to a state of stillness and mindfulness.
I like the fact that they told us to take our watches off. So the passage of time definitely eluded me for like over an hour actually. It's surprising how I spent over an hour in there without really realizing.
You kind of felt that some of her energy was slipping through her fingers and into yours.
After a while, Marina came up to me and told me to stand on the platform, and I totally lost track of time.
For the first time I was like, I can exist being me and just me, but I can also exist within a group.
Energy radiating from her, from other people, it's undescribable.
And I was completely blown away by the way it functioned, the way the audience interaction functioned, the way it transcended what I'd assumed performance art could exist in.
I'm just very, very moved to see how the open public from the street can be brought into this extraordinary space with so few means.
You suddenly feel like you're part of the furniture and you can even do anything. It's all allowed.
I found myself noticing how beautiful lentils are. And yeah, I felt like I was kind of putting my mind in compartments at the same time as the rice and the lentils.
Also, it wasn't obvious like where Marina Abramović even was in the exhibit, which was definitely unusual. I guess the emphasis really isn't on her as an artist, it's just on, you know, the experience as a whole.
It's so incredibly difficult to detach your mind from the past and the future and just be in the present, and you don't really feel that you're doing it whilst you're in there or whilst you're doing a particular activity like the walking, because you still feel like you are thinking about those things. But it's when you get to the end of it and sort of either look around that room where you've been, all you've done is walked from one end to the other like 8 times, and that's when you realise what doing that has actually done.
I just, all these thoughts I didn't really know I had, and yeah, that's it basically, and it was quite emotional in a way, which I didn't really think that would happen. And so now I just come back to try and get that feeling again.